Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video. And in this video, I wanted to talk about um, actually being kind to others in dating situations. So um, I know recently I've been hearing, especially, from a male point of view, men saying, women are not acting kind toward others. And then there are some women that are saying, well, men are not approaching and they don't understand what it is. And I might have touched on this topic in the past because I saw someone's video, a young man, and he was a pretty attractive young man, successful, intelligent seeming, and he was saying, you know, he was from the US, but he moved out of the country. And he was saying, I don't know what area of the US that he was from, but he was saying how, I make really good money, I'm successful, I'm thinking that I'm attractive, I work on myself, I work on, working out, getting a good physique and all that. And he was like, I'm just not understanding. Like someone told him, he's just not that guy. And he was like, well, what guy is he? And it was kind of sad to see this video. And like I said, I might have brought it up before, but I think it's important to come back to the topic and just give some tips, because I also think for every problem there's a solution. At the moment that the problem is born, the solution is born. So recently I saw another video, and it was a young woman, a young black woman on a college campus, and it was a young black man who approached her to say hi. And guess what happened? He approaches and says, excuse me, and she had the most beautiful smile ever when he approached and said hi. And it was so magical to see people just interacting, being kind. Now, she had every right, if she wasn't interested, to, when he came up and spoke, and he asked maybe, what's going on, or, how are you? She would have every right to say if she wasn't interested, but there's a way that we can be kind to each other and still speak the truth. And that's something else I was talking about, authenticity in a different video. But this is important to remember, for us to consider. Same way we want others to treat us, we need to treat other people too. So, for example, when someone approaches you, be kind to them, because you want others to be kind to you. And I think a lot of times we operate out of fear, or we're thinking, well, what if someone sees us, and what if they approve or disapprove? And often it's, what if they don't approve of this guy that I'm talking to, but I actually think he's really nice and he's cute and he's sweet. What is everyone else going to think? Well, you're the one who has to deal with it. Wake up and look at yourself in the mirror, look at him. If you're together, you're the one who has to interact with him. You're the one who has to go on dates with him. You're the one who has to make conversation or hang out with him, whatever. So yours is the voice, the intuition, the instinct that is most important. Not your friends who single and ain't got nobody and ain't successful and ain't trying to be successful and ain't trying to do nothing with themselves except talk about other people. They're unhappy and they hope other people are unhappy, because then they could talk about them and their lives, I guess. I'm not sure. I hope that's not how people are, but I gather that some people are that way. They're always talking about people, always got something negative to say, always got negative energy, always got drama to bring. those are not people, I could say in my personal opinion, those are not people that I get advice from. I don't listen to anything that they say usually. I don't talk to them. I don't want to talk to them. If they try to talk to me, I try to limit the conversations that I have with them. Why? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear drama. I don't want to hear negativity. I don't want to hear your opinions. I don't want to hear nothing that you have to say. Why? Because if your life is an example of the way mine can be, if I take your advice, I don't want nothing like that. So some people, if you look at the way they live their lives, like, I was explaining this to someone, don't take their advice. If you're looking at their life and you're saying they're not even remotely close to the life that I want to live, their relationships are in shambles, they cannot get along with people, people talk about them, or, it's negativity that's always coming out of their mouth, and they're always saying something is wrong in their life. This is what they give their energy, their time, and their attention to. Do not, I'm encouraging you not to allow that into your life, into your relationships. So people that I talk to that, are trying to give me advice, I'm like, no, no. I don't even talk to them anymore about my relationships, about anything. That I try to keep it to a minimum, whatever it is that I'm saying to them. Why? As soon as they get a hold of things, they turn it into drama. And I do not want that in my life. That's why you have to be selective about the people that are around you, people that you listen to, the people that you talk to, people that you take advice from, people that, whose examples you follow. Limit it. Like for me, I'm saying, okay, if anything happens in this relationship, better or worse, my romantic relationship, who do I want to be around me? Who do I want to talk to me? Who do I want to listen to? If I'm going to ask for someone for advice, I'm going to ask someone who, one, is a friend to my relationship, two, someone who's got something good going for themselves, three, someone who is going to be level-headed, right? If I say something, related to whatever is going on, they say, you know what? Well, what about the other person? Did you think about it? Did you treat them fair? How did you talk to them? What did you say? So they're not letting you off the hook. They're holding you accountable. They're encouraging you to also check your stuff and think about whatever it is that you're doing. How did you contribute to this issue? And if you correct all these things, then you need to go directly and talk to your partner and stop trying to talk to everybody else and get their opinions. That's not going to solve the problem unless you're trying to figure out the best way to approach it. When you do that, then you can say, okay, well, I got some good advice. I got some good information. Let me go and talk to this person. Okay, fine. The goal is to solve the problem, right? To make things better, not to have it all blow up. I unfortunately, you know, thinking about the person who I have in mind, they never had the ideal relationship, and I wouldn't take advice from them on anything. No area of their life, to me, is great. So no, I would not take advice from them on anything, especially relationships, love, romantic relationships, friendships. They don't know how to treat people. It's really just awful. Um, but so it's important, again, listen to, watch, focus on someone who you know will be a friend to your relationship, but being kind to others, treating people the way you want to be treated. When someone approaches you, you don't have to be nasty, mean, ugly, because you don't want anyone to do that to you. Try to embarrass you in front of everyone. Be kind, be gentle with people, and maybe more people want to come your way and approach you. Actually, someone that you really want to talk to. Get practice over and over again, just being kind to people. And you'll see how, when you put kindness out there, how it comes back so much more to you. All right, so I'm going to sign off for but just wanted to bring this to you because I think it's important. How you treat people makes all the difference in the world. And you have to think that there are forces out there that may be trying to um, break relationships apart, stop people from getting along in general because of how much power they know that we have, how strong they know we are united. Just, we all need to think about these things. All right. So I want to bring you another video soon, but hopefully this video was interesting. Um, as always, I say happy lightning fast manifesting, and I'm going to talk to y'all soon. All right.